to myself before I slowly eased out of his hold and headed for the bathroom. Midway through my shower, the etched glass door opened, and he stepped in. Very quickly, the shower went from rated R, hot and sudsy, to rated X, wet and steamy. We went from 0 to 60 and back to 0 in 15 minutes' time. Another few minutes of actual showering, and I stepped out to face the day. I silently apologized to my ruined hair and yanked on the fluffy robe and slippers before padding toward the kitchen. So it was 10:02 a.m., according to the coffee maker. I stood pouring my expensive Guatemalan whole beans into the grinder when Jay said his first real words of the day. "Like that right there, baby. Didn't count." "Listen, sweetheart, about the wedding." I paused in the pouring of the beans and ever so slowly turned my head to look at Jay. Jay, my third, yes, I know, fiancé. I paused because I knew the tone. That hesitant, I hate to tell you this tone. I had heard the tone before. Twice before, to be exact. The first fiancé used the tone in the car on our way back from my final wedding gown fitting. Cedric wanted me to listen while he explained that he accidentally married his college sweetheart a month before our wedding. Accidentally. Boys' night out, ran into her. One drink led to another, which led to Vegas, which led to me calling 175 friends and associates with the news, assuring them that yes, I would be sending those thoughtful gifts back, and no, we were not just going to have a big party anyway. The second fiancé used the tone at a charming Italian restaurant on the bay, across the wharf from Jack London Square. Perry wanted me to listen while he explained that he was confused about his sexuality. His what? I shrieked. Yes, his sexuality. He had been living a lie and wanted me to know, 2 weeks before our wedding, that he wasn't sure who he was or what he wanted. Well, if he didn't know, I certainly had no clue. He was kind enough to call half of the 125 friends and associates. So yes, when my third fiancé stood naked in my kitchen with that look on his face and tone in his voice, I froze before biting out, "What about the wedding?" I had a tone of my own. Cold, suspicious, pissed off. He paused before answering. Jay was a 6'1", dark chocolate, bodyguard build kind of brother. Square-jawed, former Marine, short-cropped fro with a razor-sharp line, laser beam eyes, so dark brown they appeared black. A nose that would have been Grecian had it not been broken twice, and lips that would look pouty on anyone not so unapologetically masculine. Not an ounce of fat on his faithfully maintained body. Well-proportioned, he was a man who moved stealthily on his long limbs, large feet, large hands, well, everything. As I said, well-proportioned. When he smiled, he was an engaging teddy bear of a man. When he didn't, he was the kind of brother who seemed intimidating, even frightening. He stood there looking like a Zulu king in need of a loincloth, but right now he was the one who looked scared. "Now, Chris, let me just say..." I put down the beans. No need for $15.95 of imported goodness to get ruined. I decided to employ a little psychology. I walked over to him calmly, put my hands on his broad chest, and smiled encouragingly. "Just tell me, baby. Whatever it is, it'll be okay. Just say it all at once. I'll just close my eyes and listen."